Hello and welcome to Spring Yin. I am Giselle, your instructor and your guide for this practice. Today we will explore a variety of poses meant to stimulate and activate energy flow through the meridian networks associated with spring, namely the liver and the gallbladder networks. We'll begin this practice laying down. So when you're ready, you may find a comfortable position on your back. Once on your back, adjust your body as needed to find even more comfort. Take a slow inhale through your nose and allow your eyes to close on your exhale. Take another slow breath in. Feel your lungs fill to their fullest capacity. And as you exhale, soften every muscle within your body. There is no need to hang on to any control or rigidity. Let go of all of your tension, starting at the crown of your head, using your breath to release and let go. Soften any tension that you're holding within your skull. Release through your temples, your ears, and your jaw. Feel your cheeks and your tongue relax. And soften a little more through your eyes. Allow your shoulders to fall towards the floor. And allow your arms to be heavy. Feel the soft rise and fall of your chest and your tummy. And feel the heaviness of your hips as they connect to the earth. Let go of any tension that you may be holding onto within your hips and your thighs. And allow your feet to flop out to either side. Trust that the earth beneath you is fully supporting you, and let go of any last bit of tension that you're still hanging on to. Take another slow breath through your nose. And full exhale, release. Once you feel relaxed and centered within your body, bring your awareness to your third eye, that space between your eyebrows. Draw your next breath in through your third eye. And as you exhale, send that energy down and through your body. Begin to focus your awareness on an intention that you'd like to set for your practice. Your intention can be anything you want it to be. It can be related to the past, present, or future. Focus on an intention that is meaningful to you. And once you have an intention set within your heart and your mind, connect it to your breath. With every inhale, pull your intention in through your third eye. And with every exhale, send your intention through your body, allowing it to touch and infuse every cell within your body. Focus your next 3 breaths on your intention. Take one last sip of air in. Feel your whole body fill up. And take a long exhale, release it out completely. Begin to bring some movement in through your body, starting at your fingers and your toes, giving them a wiggle. And then rolling out through your ankles and your wrists. Then on your next inhale, stretch your arms back behind you. Take a long body stretch. On your exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Hug it out. Maybe if it feels good to bring your forehead up to your knees, you can roll yourself into a tight little ball. And when you're ready, you may release head and shoulders back down onto the floor. Keep your knees in towards your chest. Our first pose today is wind reliever. With your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms either around your shins, giving them a tight hug into your belly, or you can keep your hands on top of your knees and just allow the weight of your arms to pull your knees in towards your torso. We're creating a little compression through the front hip flexors. As we work through today's practice, we will be working through poses that are targeting the liver meridian networks and the gallbladder meridian networks. Both meridian networks work hand in hand together under the element of wood. Wood is an element in traditional Chinese medicine that is required to be both stable and flexible. Spring is the beginning of the rise of energy. After we come out of the slumber of winter, the days start to become warmer and brighter and longer. And we notice this rising up of energy within us. We begin to feel like we have more energy to get out and to do things and to try new things and to socialize and explore. And it's a very young energy. Spring is a time for rebirth, renewal, regrowth, and expansion. And it's a time to tap into our potential. This is when we plant seeds for our harvest, and we look ahead to future plans, and we make new plans accordingly. We bring life to new ideas, we take action, and we try new things. While the energy of spring supports our growth and change, we may also feel its challenges and feel the discomfort of change as a result. Now, this is the external experience of spring, but the internal experience of spring is very much rooted within our bodies. Our bodies adjust to the season that we're in. So as we move through today's yin practice, we'll be holding poses for a minimum of 3 minutes. And once we've held our pose for 3 minutes, I will offer you a moment to relax and allow your body to come into a space that is neutral. We are not holding on to any tension. You're not holding on to any stress within the body, and you're allowing your body and your mind to come into union as your mind explores and watches what happens within your body after a yin pose. You can take one more breath here. And on your exhale, release your legs long and allow your arms to fall down by your sides. Be still in this pose and allow your mind to journey through the inner landscape of your body. This pose that we're in, also known as the rebound pose, offers a space where you can connect with the energetic rise and flow through your body. Energy is constantly at work within you. Your energy body is constantly communicating with you. And because we're so caught up in the day-to-day hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, we tend to miss out on the communication that we are receiving. We tend to miss out on that sense of rising energy within us. Almost like we are experiencing life on autopilot, we don't notice the shifts and the changes. We don't notice the transformations. So as you rest in your rebound pose for another 30 seconds, take notice to what sensations you are experiencing within your physical body. And then maybe as we progress through today's practice, you'll be able to connect a little more deeply into the energetic expressions that present as emotional or mental. Take one more breath in your rebound pose. And you can hug your knees in towards your chest on your next inhale. Rock and roll up and down your spine on your next exhale, bringing yourself all the way up into a comfortable seat. Shift your body so that you are seated on the long edge of your mat. Widen your legs as wide as they can go. Soften your feet and allow them to flop. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you. Draw your shoulders back and down your spine. Lift through your chest. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward as you come into a wide-legged forward fold. The liver meridian network runs through the inner lines of the legs, starting at the big toe. It moves through the inner lines of our foot, up the inner lines of our thighs, all the way through our reproductive system, through our core, through the lungs, up through our throat, past our mouth, and up into our headspace. The liver meridian network is considered the home or the dwelling place of the soul before it ascends to heaven. It's said to house Hun, which is our spiritual consciousness. And the Hun is the tool that motivates our higher desires and our passion. The liver is in charge of our visions and our planning. And the gallbladder is involved with decision and direction. The gallbladder is an initiator space that has a domino effect on the body as a whole, viewed as a pivotal region that opens doors to new beginnings and new stages of life. The gallbladder meridian begins at the outer corner of our eye and travels down the lateral side of our body towards our outer hip, and then moves down through the outer line of the leg. When the liver and the gallbladder, which is under the wood element umbrella, are balanced, we experience emotional harmony in the expression of kindness, forgiveness, patience, thoughtfulness, foresight, and healthy self-expression. We feel motivated, we have courage, we have the ability to adapt and transform and go with the flow. We feel creative. We are focused on the future and forward movement. We feel confident, ambitious, and we hold insight and inspiration. When we are imbalanced within this element, it can come up as anger, frustration, stress. It can be holding on to what we should let go of that is holding us within the past. So holding on to resentment and to rage, having a lack of drive and avoiding what we need to face. And in severe states, reckless impulsiveness that can lead to or express as addiction or making poor decisions. You can take one more breath here. And on your exhale, slowly rise up. Bring your hands behind your knees, bring your knees in, and straighten out your legs. Come all the way down onto your back for your rebound pose. And just allow yourself to rest. Yin offers this extraordinary opportunity to explore within, and it is within your rebound pose where all of the magic is happening. So I encourage you to take this time to avoid any kind of movement that would release this experience of energetic flow within you. And really drop into your body, into the space where you feel this the most, and trace it, track it, observe it, witness it. Hold a childlike curiosity within your mind and within your heart as you experience whatever it is you're experiencing. If there is something that is unpleasant that rises up within you during today's practice, use your exhale to let it go. Acknowledge its presence and use your exhale to release it. Anger and frustration are the emotions that are associated with this element. So when you are releasing energetic blocks within your body, it is natural to feel something come up that feels frustrating, that felt blocked, or that elicited any type of anger or emotion in the past. And if this comes up, just know that it is coming up to be transmuted and released. We can take one more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly make your way back up into seated. Roll over your knees and find tabletop, coming onto hands and knees. If you feel like you had a lot of pent up yang energy and you felt fidgety in the last two poses, use this time to move through cat-cow, releasing any of that yang energy that's within you. On your inhale, dip your belly, lift your tailbone, and draw your shoulders back as you expose your heart forward. And as you exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone in, rolling the shoulders in and down as you gaze between your thighs. Move through 3 or 4 more at your own pace, inhaling to full cow pose and exhaling to full cat pose. And once you have completed your last round of cat-cow, bring your knees wide, bring your feet together, and lower your belly between your thighs as you invite your forehead to connect with the floor. We're finding wide-legged child's pose, and this is our third pose for today's practice. If your head doesn't quite touch the floor, feel free to bend your elbows, stack your palms, and rest your forehead down onto your palms, or you can stack fists and rest your forehead onto your fists. If your forehead falls to the floor and you feel okay here, extend your arms out in front of you, feeling a gentle pull and stretch through the lateral portion of your torso. Take a slow breath in, feel your back body expand. And as you exhale, allow your heart to melt closer to the floor. When we come into yin postures, we want to come into a space that feels slightly uncomfortable, not painful, but uncomfortable. Because as we move through yin and as we move through these poses where we stress the tissue and we create a little bit of compression or pull on the fascia, we'll notice that the body softens and relaxes on its own. Our body is creating space on its own because we're giving it the space to do so. Yin is that mindful awareness of how your body and mind settle into a shape and what happens within that shape. It is the inner exploration of the subtle change and transformation that is happening within your mind, within your body, and within your spirit. We allow our body to take on a shape that feels the best for us now in this moment. We move into a shape that creates a little bit of stress and tension through our tissue so that we may explore this space, this boundary that we hold within our body. And once we've met this boundary, the boundary begins to dissolve and we begin to explore a new level of depth. Through our poses, we nurture our mind and our body with long inhales and full exhales. The breath is what threads together our body and our consciousness. The breath is what connects the physical and the energetic. Our breath is what allows us to remain grounded within our posture and within the moment. Our breath is our present moment. So anytime you feel like your mind is wandering throughout the practice or throughout your posture, gently draw it back to your breath and find your full inhale. Allow your body to relax with every exhale. Take one more breath in. Hold here on your exhale. Then use your next inhale to shift your body forward so that you may come to lay on your tummy. Stack your palms and rest your forehead down onto your hands, or you can turn a cheek to the floor and bring your arms to rest down by your hips. As you rest in your rebound pose, bring awareness to the sensations and track the sensation and notice how it mirrors that same energetic cycle as the seasons, where it begins, where it rises, where it peaks, where it falls, and where the sensation comes to silence. Take one more breath here. And from here, you can roll onto your back, bend your knees, plant your feet, and shift your tailbone towards your heels, flattening out your low back on the floor. We're going to move into our final poses of today's practice. This is a bilateral pose, meaning that there is one pose for each side. We're going to move into supine twist, and I'll give you a couple of options here of how you can get into supine twist. You can stay where you are, bringing your knees to stack and your feet to face forward, lifted off of the ground, and just drop your knees over to the right with your arms extended out. Gaze can turn towards your left shoulder, your left arm, if it feels okay within your neck. If this doesn't feel okay within your spine and your hips, then come back to center, shift your hips over to the left side of your mat, keep your knees stacked, and drop your knees over towards the right side. Another option or another way to get into this pose is to lay in fetal pose on your right side with your knees on the right side as well, and just open up your arms and your shoulders, twisting yourself open. For the first side, we will have our knees to the right and our gaze to the left, allowing there to be a twist from our sacrum, or the base of our spine, all the way up and through our neck and the crown of our head. Drop into the energy of your space. Notice any and all sensations within your body. Notice the sound of your breath. Notice the length of your breath. And see if you can begin to slow your breath down and extend the tail of your exhale. Take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, you can unravel, extend your legs long, or keep your feet planted, knees bent, and just walk your feet a little wider, about mat width apart. Allow your knees to fall into each other. Rest your hands on your tummy and allow yourself to soak up this space within your neutral pose. Feel the energy wash over you and move through you. We'll take one more breath. And then you can begin to move into the other side. Supine twist with your knees to the left and gaze to the right. Come to your breath. Take a slow breath in. Imagine that you are drawing the energy up through your spine from the root of your spine to the crown of your head. And exhale, release that energy out from your spine to the rest of your body. Using your breath, imagine that your spine is the house or the home of bright, clean, pure energy, And with every exhale, it is washing out every single space and crevice within your body. It is washing out the darkness. It is washing out what no longer serves you. And it is refreshing you through and through. Take one more breath here in your final pose. And on your next inhale, unravel your twist and find your final Shavasana, your final resting pose. You can find legs extended, laying on your back if that's the most comfortable for you. If you enjoy laying on your stomach for your Shavasana, move into that space now. Another option is taking fetal pose if that's the most comfortable for you. Give yourself a few minutes in your final resting state so that your body and your mind can integrate today's practice. Allow whatever comes up to come up. Hold space for yourself, for your emotions, and for your thoughts without needing to repress them or push them. Allow them to be as they are, and then allow them to release when you're ready to let them go. Hold grace and softness within your heart, within your soul, within your body. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.